Hello everybody, Mark Bloomhard here, founder and CEO of Boulder & Co. Creative Studio, and today's episode is on the power of meditation and journaling. I am, recently, I think I told you, hired a coach. His name is Steve Romano, and it was a lot would have to do with mindfulness, and I can't even tell you the benefit I got from it. I knew I needed to do it, and it was like one of those things. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it now. I'm like, I know people are talking about it, but I'm so busy, and it's, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to pay for it now, and on and on and on. And I just got so much out of it that I'd be remiss if I didn't express to you some of the things that I got out of it. One of the things I started doing, and I talked about this before, just to catch up on it, is I started planning out my days almost religiously. So on Sunday night, I sit down and I know exactly pretty much what my week looks like. And this is what my weeks look like. So I'm kind of old school. I'll put everything down on in a calendar. I'll write, say, okay, if it's highlighted, it means that I need to get back to that person. If it's boxed, it means that I have a meeting. So I can look back and a couple different things happen. One is, if I look at it at the beginning of the week, I already set my priorities. So let's say on Thursday morning, I don't get to my desk and I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I look at my week and I know what I was trying to accomplish for the week. Okay, so so it gives a priority to your day, gives a sense of urgency to your week. And that's what's so missing in so many different organizations. So people are busy, and they're having meetings. But it's kind of like, what did you do? Like, you know what? At some point, it's like you're like, you didn't do 60 things very well, and you didn't do 60 things. You didn't finish it. It'd be better if you did 6 things in a week and did those and did them well and moved on, right? So that is unbelievable to sit there and plan your day out and say, okay, here's my priorities and this is what I need to get done. I can't tell you how much this has helped me out. And also, too, it gives me space to just have downtime, right? So if I look at the day and I'm like, got everything done, then there's other things I could kind of work on, but it's not this pressing, ominous feeling going like, I need to be working on something. I'm not getting it done. Oh, my goodness. And especially when it gets really heavy, you can feel that. What I need to do. And you never have downtime. When I mean downtime, the pressure never comes off. So if you're feeling that pressure and you're feeling overwhelmed, then take the 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and just plan your week out. And for me, it's on Sunday afternoon. I know exactly what my week looks like. Then the other thing, too, is that every single day, I try to take a couple minutes. Literally, it's like 1 or 2 minutes. Just breathe deeply, right? And I don't go into, I've taken a lot of classes on meditation and everything else. I don't make this big art out of it. I don't sit there and focus. I focus on my breath, but I let my thoughts just kind of come and I just acknowledge that thought and let it go. For me personally, I can't sit there and be like, okay, purity of mind and just let everything go. I almost can't do that. But just the act of just acknowledging, taking the moment, just deeply breathing, just calming it down, just letting it go, just slowing it down deliberately, meaningfully, that already, just out, however you do it, has an incredible impact on the rest of the day. You're like, just stop and be present. Just hold on to it. So if you feel this anger, feel the anger. Like if you feel, fear, just embrace the fear. Just embracing the fear, it makes it lose power. And also too, if if you feel this excitement and hope, embrace that as well, because as you embrace it, it gives you, this ability to have action. On that note, I also take time to just journal, right? And people talk about this all the time. So then I started actually journaling, and it was an incredible experience actually, because you sit down and I intentionally write really slow. And it allows me, and it's not what I'm writing actually, but it's the process of the writing, and I can take what I'm kind of struggling with, anything that I'm thinking of on that day, and I can just put it and commit it to the paper. So if it's negative, this is what I found. If it's negative, it kind of loses power. If I'm worried and fearful and I'm like, okay, you know, and I'm writing this down, and just the art and the practice of putting it on paper, it's this transferring of this fear on paper, and it kind of loses its power. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm like, it's a meditative process on its own. And then if it's positive, let's say I'm full of hope and, you know, and I'm like, okay, full of, just peace and presence, you know, that actually kind of comes in and it almost solidifies itself because it's on the paper. So I can't tell you, you know, like, I know if you're watching this, you're like, yeah, I've heard that many, many times. But, you know, I started this hardcore kind of at the end of last year. And it's one of those things that I probably will stick to for the rest of my life. So 3 things. One is I plan my week out, my day out, my week out, right? So I understand what my priority is like, and I work to that. And also, too, I can look back and say, hey, did I have a good week or bad week? You know what, like life just goes on. Hours turn into days, the days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months. What did you really accomplish? So if you're looking for the sense of meaning, especially if you're in a creative environment and you've got just 100 clients and you got all these loose ends, it's really, for me, I can look back and be like, wow, we did a lot this week. So the calendar. Second thing is meditate. I think it's really important. I'll just get into the car or wherever I can, just find a quick space and just take a moment. I'm talking about like 2 minutes or something like that. So just take a moment, just become present. You know, I don't do anything fancy. I don't sit there and just clear my mind or anything else like that. Just acknowledge it, embrace it, just move on. And then the third one's probably, I don't even know what's more important between those 3, is just journal that. So especially if you're in sales, you know, like journal those fears, journal that hope, journal it all, just put it out there. And the process of writing it actually solidifies it, or it makes it lose its power. So best of luck to you guys. And if you have any questions, concerns, just give us a shout.